Intent were inspired by Zach Blass' contribution to the episode Digital Justice of Bridal's New Ways of Seeing podcast, in which he pinpointed that electrical plugs are designed as male and female and that the way they function can be seen as a metaphor for heterosexual intercourse. This prompted us to research the gender of things, that is to question the purpose and the implications of gender in everyday life objects, as well as exploring design alternatives, outside of a binary gender framework. Method: following the research framework designed by the MAGMD 19/20 participants, we used both secondary and primary research. Since extensive information was already available on gendered design, we deemed essential to conduct secondary research in order to immerse ourselves in that knowledge. We mainly focused on two essays, Genderless Objects by Nina Power, 2017, and Can Design Be Genderless by Madeline Morley, 2016, for we found their approach to gendered design particularly insightful and contemporary.
We also referred to a talk, Objects in Drag, hosted by Disegno editor-in-chief Ollie Stratford in 2018, on the gendering of furniture and objects. These materials have helped us understand the deep implications of gender design in our everyday lives and have incited us to observe our surroundings from a critical perspective. We then started to document our findings through video recording and picture taking. Following this first phase of research, we felt the need to conduct primary research to answer some more specific questions we had in mind. We were interested in hearing people's perceptions of gender and gender representation in everyday life objects, so we designed a questionnaire to collect data. Over 50 people of different genders, ages, nationalities, professions and interests contributed to this survey, allowing us to get a broad picture of how genders and queerness materialize in the collective imagination. We then used the survey responses to visually confront people's various, and sometimes antagonistic, appreciations of genders. Our intention here was to bring together objects that were considered gender-specific, either male or female, by the survey participants. We drew inspiration from the Cadaverix quiz method, in which a collection of words or images are randomly assembled, to physically gather the aforementioned objects and combine them into an installation, literally fusing genders. Context: to inform our research insights, we have referred to theorists in the fields of sociology, gender studies, Nina Power, and design, Betty Mirenko, practitioners researchers, Zach Blass, Nina Zupanc, Ab Rogers, Gabriel Marr, artists, Alan Jones, Vincent Olinet, Lou Zihan, etc., as well as users. Through the questionnaire, the collected knowledge has triggered our curiosity and led to further questioning on gender design.
Reflections. The main insights resulting from our research is that we are truly surrounded by gendered design, which not only is unnecessary but also harmful to society. Moreover, we can argue that gendered design solely contributes to the continuation of patriarchy, capitalism and discrimination towards non-binary people. We had intuited these things before, yet conducting research has truly allowed us to structure and put words on these thoughts and feelings. Throughout this process, we learned that experimentation is key to produce new insights on a given topic. Conducting secondary research is essential to build solid research foundations, but creating and producing material is equally important to advance the discussion. This project has also allowed us to fully acknowledge that we, as practitioners researchers, have the power, as well as the responsibility, to foster change across a wide range of topics through design, and that it begins from small steps, from one design to the next. The key insight we encountered in our research is that there are several routes out gender stereotypes. We can build an innovative, nuanced visual language by transcending genders completely and embracing an aesthetic free from any gender association, or by fusing genders through recomposition and juxtaposition of what is traditionally considered as male and female symbols. Drag, being a performance of gender, can also be helpful to highlight the constructed and artificial nature of gender. We reckon that these three propositions would help promote a different, complex vision of what gender really is, a spectrum, rather than a fixed state.
Recommendations.
So far, our research has focused on what non-binary objects could look like. But we reckon that it would be interesting to extend the research to other aspects since gendered definitions are also inscribed in the shape and the language of design itself. Further investigation could therefore cover functionality, what's a queer object designed for who, associated feeling, what kind of feelings and emotions does a queer object trigger for its user experience, what kind of experience does a queer object provide, etc.